Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, June 29th. I got off work, had a email from Dwarven Forge, trying to stir up people coming to the On The Anvil stream this evening, which for one means they are actually having it, which is good, because they didn't have one last week, or maybe even the week before. But at being the end of the month, they're going over the next Kickstarter, Cities again, Cities Untold. And they had like a nice, well put together email that has some like test images of stuff, and it's looking beautiful already. So I'm looking forward to that. But along the topic of Dwarven Forge, I do have some mail. And this one, there was a Dwarven Forge, one of the times where they kind of dropped like limited stock, and there was a bunch of stuff I wanted in it. I was like, I shouldn't spend that much money, but I'll try. And fortunately, by the time I was able to get into it, most of the stuff that I wanted was not available. So, is this the smallest size box they have? And it's all just paper? Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, here's 2 boxes. I should only have 2 boxes. Man, are these tiny. So I got a little thing of like little, for houses, to add little balconies. And then I have this thing that is from their castles line that has things like flags and gargoyles and heads on pikes. So it's some really small things, and the ones that they had available actually weren't all that expensive. But it's just a big little, like a handful of decorative bits, because that's what I'm, definitely at times starting to feel the need for. Is, yeah, I got some great buildings I can put together, and there's definitely more I need for that too. Like on my last build, I was limited by, I only have 3 roofs. So I had a balcony on the other section, and I had roofs that didn't all match on the building. One roof was different than the other 2, and I made it work because I could. But obviously, having more stuff would help. But also, a lot of times, just like little detail bits, because one of the things that I have found in practically using the Dwarven Forge, like in making a build for an actual game that I love, is having just little things that give idea, like tell the player what's going on by looking at the build. That's fun. I have to have another box here though. This one is from Privateer Press, which I believe is Iron Kingdoms. So of course I'm waiting on more stuff from them, so I'm guessing this is it. I just didn't know it was coming. Like I missed a shipping notification, I guess. This would appear to be a Game Master screen. Yeah, this is it. Iron Kingdoms, the whatever, the 5e full set version. Borderlands and Beyond. Borderlands Survival Guide. And then Shadow of the Seeker, which I think is like an adventure, so whatever. But yeah, so this is whatever. When we were still waiting on, where's the books? There it is. Iron Kingdoms Requiem. They, like, because it was delayed, they did another Kickstarter, and I was like, you know what? Sure, I will back it. And so this adds a few more races, classes, subclasses, etc. War beasts. Yes, that's fun. But yeah, so I did not know. I mean, I knew I'd backed that Kickstarter. I did not know that was shipping already. I also didn't know I'd ordered that much from it. 3 books and a GM screen. I'm waiting on something in the neighborhood of like 20 Kickstarters right now. And that's not counting the few that I'm technically waiting on, but it's been so many years and the lack of communication has made me believe that they have just taken the money and run. Because there's 4 or 5 of those as well. But there's like 20 that I'm like, you know, either through, you know, they're recent enough or they've given regular enough updates that like this is going to deliver as far as I can tell, that I'm waiting on. Like I've backed a lot. I have backed a whole lot of them. But it's fun, and then all of a sudden sometimes you just get stuff in the mail and you're like, oh yeah, cool. I got more Iron Kingdom stuff. There was a point where Nick was talking about possibly running a game, and I had told him, maybe, but I want to get the new stuff first in case I want to be something from here. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be doing that, but it's what he's thinking. Part of me is like, do I really want to let him run a game? Because right now Bob's running a game, and I want to run a game. Am I then going to wait for another campaign to go before I run another one? Because, man, I miss... I mean, yeah, I run Game for Family. I run the Saturday game online. It should be enough, right? I like running the game. And now, settling in for... Well, it's buffering, but... Dwarven Forge Live. Stream starting soon. Why it still buffer? Refresh. Oh, it dropped. Well, it's not Dwarven Forge Live if they don't have tech issues. On the Anvil. Getting the beans about the upcoming Kickstarter. So I was looking forward to the stream, but they're having, we'll say, internet issues. They weren't able to be like consistently on for more than 2 or 3 minutes at a time, and it kept dropping. And they're like, they'll figure it out. Try again next week. We got a few cool beans. Look at the painted fireplace. Which, you know, I can't wait for another fireplace. And this one has an LED flickering light in it. That'll be nice. We gotta look at, like, some sort of, like, divider for the room. It's different than the ones we've seen before, so that's cool. Just a nice close look at some of the ashlar stone. I'm looking forward to the Cities Untold Kickstarter. Oh, well, I guess I won't get to find out much more about it today, after all. like they say, their motto for Dwarven Forge Live is it's the stream with no technical difficulties. Their motto, by the way, is sarcastic. Because they have a ton of technical difficulties. I think I ain't given the situation, and then I didn't get to watch the stream I wanted to watch. And that's kind of sad. I think instead, I'm gonna go get donuts. Because that makes me glad. And you may be thinking, Adam, do you really need 4 donuts? I mean, yeah. Not for this evening, of course, but if I get 4, then 1, maybe 2 will make it till tomorrow. And I have been working on donuts over the last couple months, and I think I found a good solution. You see, because I used to get donuts all the time. Donuts were just like a go-to. These are delicious. I love donuts. And then at the end of 2019, Paul's Donuts went out of business. And everyone in the world who enjoyed good donuts was sad. Those who were happy with bad donuts did not care. Because good donuts are cinnamon donuts. They have flavor. As opposed to things like Krispy Kreme makes that are just sugar on top of sugar and are disgusting. No one wants to eat that. It's just sugar. Who would want that? I do not understand it. Strong opinions, I know, but... But a couple months ago, I was like, driving by a gas station, I'm like, I wonder what kind of donuts they have. And they had cinnamon rolls, which were pretty close. And I discovered I can get a very similar thing from Walmart as well. Well, I went to my local grocery store, well, a little less than a month ago. And I find that they actually have cinnamon donuts. They don't have cinnamon donuts topped with chocolate, which is what Paul's had, which was one of my favorites. It combined both the chocolate top donut and the cinnamon donut into one. Here I have to get them separate. But it was good. And then over a little time I discovered that if I went after 7 o'clock, while things may be a little more picked over, for example, I would have usually gotten 3 cinnamon donuts and only 1 chocolate. But they didn't have enough. They were picked over. But after 7, the donuts are 50 cents. So that's $2 worth of donuts there. And I'm like, man, that's a good deal. So I may not have been talking about it a lot, but I've been having a number of donuts. But donuts are good. So, I'm going to eat myself a couple of donuts. Probably 2. And then leaving 2 for tomorrow. Hopefully. Sometimes right before bed I get a little more hungry and I eat one more of them. But, yeah. So I'm going to have some donuts. Just watch YouTube, because that's what I do when Twitch... When I have plans to watch On The Anvil on Twitch and it doesn't work, I watch YouTube instead. And relax for my evening. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues.